Welcome, happy hempsters, back to our wonderful Hempin Happiness podcast. We appreciate you all being here. My name is Dee Dee Taylor.
And I'm Beth Panati.
We call her Cannabeth, though, just so you know. If you see some fun videos with her, she made some really cool videos, y'all, kind of talking about our products and stuff, which is kind of what we're going to be doing today, too, because we've got a new product. Woohoo! Yay. So we're really excited to offer this one to our people. This kind of came about because a lot of people, while they love THC, not everybody wants that as they're trying to sleep. So we created this new gummy. We call it Blueberry Dreams, and it is full spectrum CBD with CBN and chamomile. So I was pretty stoked about this. I just thought that chamomile, it's about 50 milligrams, so not a huge amount, but it's still effective for sleep. And we've had a couple people try it out and they absolutely loved it. And they've gotten a lot of good results, sleep good results from it. So while we cannot make claims to anything, chamomile.
People are sleeping with it.
Yes, people are sleeping with it. And chamomile just has some really good properties. But there's a few things you need to know about chamomile. If you are allergic to it, it's the daisy plant. Well, I can't pronounce it. It starts with an A. Astraciscens. I don't know.
I don't know that one.
I don't know the name of the actual plant, but there is one specific plant if you're allergic to it, or maybe even possibly ragweed. Just keep in mind of that. And also, most people don't know this, but it can make the a few of the seizure medication drugs more stronger. So they can make them stronger, like Dilantin, Depakote, even barbiturates, Xanax, and Valium. So because chamomile is kind of like a sedative type herb, it can make those much stronger. So keep that in mind and always consult with your doctor.
Always.
Duh.
Yeah, even
right?
Supplements can interact.
Yeah.
So just because it's a supplement does not mean it's safe, just because it's an herb or a plant.
Right, because it can interact with certain medications. And most people don't know that. They think if you're taking a dietary supplement, it's completely fine. Not always.
No.
Not always. And that's the word right there, Beth.
Astraceae.
Astraceae. So it's daisy or a sunflower plant.
Yeah.
So if you're allergic to sunflowers, you do not want to use chamomile.
I had read was any allergies to ragweed, daisies, marigolds, and chrysanthemums.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's a good
marigolds too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought that.
But we have had people that are allergic to ragweed take this with no, ill effects. So that does not necessarily mean just because you're allergic to ragweed, you are going to be allergic to chamomile.
Right.
So.
And we all react differently to different things.
Right.
And maybe because it's a low dose, maybe.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
I mean, I'm allergic to cats, but I still have them little
Right,
boogers in my house.
Of those at your house.
I have to take allergy medicine every day just because the darn kitty cats.
Right.
They were there before me. They were there before me, so I don't have much say in that.
But yeah, chamomile's been used as a mild sedative for thousands of years. They found it does calm anxiety, and it will also help settle your stomach. So if your stomach's upset, chamomile tea. So this would be a good,
and anxiety too.
Right. Good product to use, if you are having those issues. And historically, it's been used for chest colds, fever, acid reflux, diarrhea.
Acid reflux?
Gas. Yeah.
Oh, even
IBS,
gas?
yeah.
I'm feeding these to my hubby tonight. That man.
Yeah. And ulcerative colitis. So,
really? Okay.
that's something I did not know about chamomile. I just found out. So if you are dealing with these things, this would be a good product because you do have your 25 milligrams of full spectrum CBD that 15 milligrams of CBN, which is cannabinol. It's just a naturally occurring cannabinoid in the plant that produces more of a sedative effect.
Yeah, less of a psychosis effect.
Right. Or
psychoactive.
we don't want to cause psychosis anywhere, no.
Bear with me, people. It's late in the afternoon,
Right.
and sometimes I get my words jumbled. At least I'm not mumbling.
That's what I'm here for.
That is what you're here for.
Yes. But yeah, risk, of course, we always talk about that. So it does have a mild blood thinning effect, kind of similar to like NSAIDs, like your ibuprofen or aspirins do have that mild blood thinning effect. So yeah, and don't mix it with sedatives, antiplatelet drugs. So drugs that are preventing you from clotting. Antidepressants are another one you shouldn't use it with, and anti-seizure medications. Yep. Be aware of those.
Anti-seizure medications.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the blood clotting, though.
Yeah, I did not know that either with chamomile. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
But why did we pick chamomile over melatonin or over valerian root? Because those are also valerian roots being used in some CBD gummies, and I know of I know of a company that's using the valerian root instead, and I chose not to go with that for a number of reasons. I know valerian root there are some studies about you shouldn't use it if you have any liver diseases. So that one kind of was like, I don't want to be involved in that. So I knew that was the one big thing that stood out for me on the valerian root.
Well, and I've read that it can cause sleepiness and slowed breathing. So slowed breathing would be kind of scary, a little too.
Oh God, that'd be terrifying, especially if you are on, like if you have sleep apnea.
Right. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Didn't even think about that.
True. Yeah. So you definitely don't want to use that with alcohol, Xanax, or any kind of sedative medication. Valerian root works kind of differently. It increases the GABA availability. GABA are the neurotransmitters in your brain. It's actually a gamma aminobutyric acid. Oh, those are hard words.
Those are big hard words. I'm glad it was you and not me.
But it helps with feeling, reduce the feeling of anxiety, stress, and fear. That's what GABA does for your brain naturally. And CBD does affect those neurotransmitters. So why would you even need to take the valerian root if you're taking the CBD? Because that does
that doesn't make sense.
That would be a lot of, I don't know what it would do.
Well, I'm not even going to try.
That, right.
I don't want to try.
We're not neurosurgeons.
No, definitely not neurosurgeons. I'd also read that, valerian root, it interacts with other dietary supplements like a St. John's wort.
Wort, yes. W-O-R-T.
So you don't want to mix that with that. But I mean...
and it can cause withdrawal symptoms, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you are going to discontinue use of valerian root, you need to do it low and slow, just like getting off a medication, which is kind of odd. I've never heard that with a supplement.
I haven't
before,
either.
So,
well, that's kind of crazy. Then that means it must have somewhat addicting properties to it.
Right. Yeah.
Or at least that's what I would think.
Yes.
Common sense type stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it says that there could be some side effects such as headache, dizziness, stomach problems, or sleeplessness, actually. And definitely not to use valerian or even chamomile if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. Yeah. That should just be a given.
Anything, right?
Yeah. And don't give it to kids under 3. But yeah, the liver disease thing, that says to avoid taking valerian. So definitely do not drive, because it makes you drowsy. So you don't want to be working or anything like that. Like that is a sleep issue. But yeah, the liver thing just kind of like, ugh.
Yeah, so pulled that one out. I'm putting that in our product.
Yeah, I didn't want to put that in our product.
And
just
the other one
could be unsafe.
Is the melatonin.
Yeah, melatonin. And don't get me wrong, we actually have a melatonin CBD gummy that we sell, but
very popular too.
It's very, very popular. It's got CBD, CBN, and melatonin, and it's by Creating Better Days. So it's not our D's brand, but we do like that, and we get a lot of people that use it. But the melatonin on it is low. It's 2.5 milligrams, and the rule is not to go over 5.
Over 5, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the reason you don't want to go over that is because your body naturally produces melatonin too. So you don't want to take your naturally producing melatonin and actually have to, use a supplement for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Right. So when people buy these, I'm always like, use it sparingly. Don't rely on that all the time for sleep.
Well, and come to find out, melatonin melatonin is not a sleep promoter. It's a circadian rhythm regulator.
That's a big difference,
that's
too.
Your biological clock. So they say it's good for
it helps it tick or...
right. Things like shift work, jet lag, that for a short amount of time. Melatonin's not meant to be taken
for
regularly
all the time.
Higher doses can make you more hyper or make you sleepy during the day.
I heard people have crazy ass dreams if they take melatonin
too. I mean, almost all of them, that's a side effect of it. All the sleepy roots. So
yeah, that makes sense.
But and it could be, are you just getting deeper sleep? That's always the question. Is it vivid dreams, or you're just hitting more of that REM cycle?
Right. Or which you do need.
Yes.
You do need.
If you're not hitting it, if you're not getting that REM sleep, your body will just start breaking down.
Well, and I am a light sleeper, and it is horrible because, I got one of these little, my Fit, whatever the FitPal thing is. Or I don't know what this is, but anyway, it tells me what sleep I'm getting at night, and I'm a very, very light sleeper. And I think that has a lot to do with my husband.
Well, 100%
listening for him, or just things wake me up. I've always been a light sleeper though. And whatever you do, don't ever touch me.
So you hit somebody if they
touch me when I'm sleeping. That's a bad idea. Do not touch me. Huh. Yeah, don't touch me. I'm very weird about that. You can touch me. No, don't even touch me when you see me. Hugs are fine if we know each other, but I'm a touchy person, but only if I'm close to someone. But sleeping, no, do not touch me. But I'm the light sleeping thing. So, but that's why the Delta 8 helps me.
Right.
And I like that because it doesn't have melatonin and with chamomile that you just read that about the blood thinner thing, I'm like, oh, I probably can't really use that either because I take a blood thinner. So I don't want my blood too
You would
darn
not
thin.
Want it consistently.
Yeah.
I mean, these things are,
to try it. Yeah.
Maybe when you need sleep, you should not rely on any product really to help you sleep every night.
I know, but last night I didn't take my Delta 8 and I did not sleep well at all. I only did my CBD last night. I was like, I'm going to give this a break tonight. A big mistake there. And I don't take a lot. I literally only use a itty bitty tiny bit and I just take it with my CBD right before bed. So I don't use a lot, but at the same time, I could tell I didn't use it last night. So I think I need that little bit more THC kind of with my CBD. Okay. Yeah,
and find what works for you.
Yeah.
Everybody's different.
Everybody is different.
But that is the number one thing people come to see us for is sleep. I mean, besides pain and anxiety, sleep is huge. Nobody is sleeping. And no wonder we're all anxious and in pain. Yes. Your body is not getting that healing time.
Nope. And it's reacting. It reacts.
Right.
If you're not getting the sleep that you need, your body reacts. And it reacts with extra anxiety. You got aches and pains where you didn't, I don't never had these aches and pains before. Where'd these come from? So, yeah, you're absolutely right. Inflammaging.
And we'll be talking about that in our next podcast. Yeah, it's a real thing. As you age, you become more inflamed. All the toxins and everything in our environment cause inflammation in our system. And that's...
Yeah, and that's tough. It is hard because, making sure you get your water in, making sure you're not drinking a whole bunch of chemicals, I know everybody talks about how great the water is here in Louisville, but I still filter it.
She's a water snob. She can smell bad water a mile away.
So, and I don't know if you know this, but I grew up on the Little Miami River. The water there stunk all the time. And even our water from the faucet came from the well, and it always had almost like a red tint to it. So
that's what I heard. I was in Ohio over the weekend. They said, do not drink the water.
No, don't drink the water.
Yeah, I mean, we are, compared to others. Yeah.
But still, you figured how old are them pipes coming through to your house?
That's what I think about.
Yeah, that's why I feel like I have to filter it. And if you've ever looked in the little white thing where you put the water in, there is stuff in it.
Yeah.
There is stuff that comes in through it. And I'm like, I won't drink it. And my husband doesn't care. But I am very much water snob.
I know.
I don't care.
I'm just happy to get my water in. I'm like, any kind of, but no, if it tastes bad, I can't drink it either.
I don't like wasting money on bottled water, though.
Oh, no, in the plastic.
Yeah,
so do those filters, yes.
And I have a reusable cup, y'all. So, and a reusable straw, too, because Do you like to use my straw? I don't know how we got on that topic.
Anyway.
TMI,
well,
but yeah.
Water. I mean, all of these things do affect your sleep.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of
they do.
But we have a lot of products that
we do,
can
and
help you sleep.
I wanted to show, like, this is our ganja grape, and this one is the Delta 9 with the CBN, so it has both. And don't get me wrong, this is a great. People love this one for sleep, but I just felt like we needed one without so much THC. And granted, it's full spectrum THC. Our new Blueberry Dreams are, but at the same time, I wanted to add that chamomile, and I also wanted the CBN in it as well. But those are great products for sleep. But like I said, I like the Delta 8
period. Yep. Is the best thing for sleep over Delta 9.
It really is. It really is. Yeah. And most people, when they ask me that, I'm like, well, we have this and we have this and we have this. But I just think those are really great. And then I just brought this because it's my favorite. And Beth always teases me about it. Because when anyone ever asks, well, what do you like? My
we all
favorite.
Have our different
we do.
Ones.
We
They're
really do.
Yeah.
Watermelon chill. Those are my absolute favorite. They got me through the debates. Or you call them debate gummies. But these are just my favorite. And they are a 1-to-1. So they are 20 milligrams of CBD and 20 milligrams of Delta 9. So these are not for the newbies. If you are new to it, take a fourth. Yeah. Take a fourth of a gummy.
Potent, but CBD will bring down that psychoactive effect. But it gives you kind of this floaty feel. Yeah. I mean, it's like a lighter kind of feel when you mix the CBD into it.
And I just get relaxed.
Right.
Like I don't feel super stoned or super high or anything like that. I just get really relaxed. And then I can watch a show and giggle and get out of my head. You know what I mean? So that's what I really love about those. And I think the flavor's pretty good too. Watermelon.
I know.
I freaking love watermelon in the summertime when it's sweet and ripe, and they're not yet. I just had one last week and it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be.
Don't eat that GMO watermelon. I've heard some weird stories about some weird watermelons out there. Be careful.
Yeah, and I think that's probably the one I ended up getting on accident and on purpose. But I also wanted to point out we have these black cherries, which they are the fan favorite probably at the stores. Yeah. They have the Delta 9 THC, but they also have THCV as in Victor. And we've talked about THCV. It's more of like a sativa type feeling. So it has that little more uplifting type feeling. You do not want to eat those and go to bed. But I have had a customer tell me that they were super sleepy with them.
They make me a little sleepy, which is weird.
Sleepy too? Yeah. So, but the THCV is supposed to make you more focused and alert more so.
And inhibit your appetite.
Oh, yeah. Well. And inhibit you don't get as hungry maybe on those. So that could have something to do with it too. But yeah, those are just some of the amazing products that I'm blessed that we got to formulate on our own. There's just a lot of stuff on the market that, they'll use terpenes and, that's great. And they taste like shit. But I like using cannabinoids and blending cannabinoids. I think that is just a bit more beneficial than just having a flavor, a gross flavor to the gummies. I'm just saying.
It's the entourage effect. You can get that from cannabinoids and terpenes or different cannabinoids. Either way.
Either way, there's an entourage effect, yes.
It's something helps something else work better. That's the entourage.
But I just know that with terpenes, a lot of people will say that it tastes like cleaners. And that's what cleaners are made from.
Right.
I mean, pine sol is literally Pineol or whatever, however you pronounce it. So that's where, that's probably why you feel like you're, pinene. That's it. Thank you. But that's probably why you think you're eating cleaners because, that's what they use them for. Their scents, their smells. And I mean, that affects your oil factory. Is that what it is? Olfactory. Yeah. See, I am horrible pronouncing things.
Day with words today.
I'm messing up on my words, people. I'm telling you, it's because I didn't take my Delta 8 last night. I didn't get the sleep I needed, so my speech is a little slurred and slow, and I'm old.
You're not older than you. Stop it.
I know. But anyway, if you ever have any questions about any of our products, we're always here to help, and we mostly just wanted to point out that You need sleep. We got you.
Yes, there's lots of options here.
Lots of options here for you. So keep that in mind. And remember, even if you don't buy from us, make sure these products are tested. That is so stinking important. And do not buy any cannabis products at gas stations, people. Come on. Get with the program. Do not buy these products at gas stations.
Tired of hearing these stories. I had that and it was horrible.
I know.
We're trying to prevent people from having that horrible time.
Experience, exactly.
And you can buy our products at other locations as well. So
we got a few locations around town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if we're not here, some of these places might be open a little bit later, and you can stop in there and get some. So you can go to our D's Delta 8 website to find a list of those.
Oh yeah, D'sDelta8.com. Do not do D's D8. That will take you to a naughty site. I'm just telling you. And it shocked the bejeebies out of me. And I'm like, oh, I guess I won't fire myself for looking at that kind of stuff at work.
Yes,
but I'm just telling you, go DZDelta8, the number.com. All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening. And we appreciate you. Make sure you're following us on all the socials and keep Hempin Happiness out there.
Yes. Good night.